Hi, I'm here with Rich, who is a partner here at Bird & Bird Sydney. So Rich, tell me a bit about yourself.
Thanks, Nick. My name's Rich Hawkins. I'm a partner in Bird & Bird's international sports team based in Sydney. I started my Bird & Bird sports law career in the London office, and I recently moved to Sydney after an in-house role as General Counsel of Rugby Australia. And I'm here today to talk to you about the Summer Clerk program as the Summer Clerk Partner.
That's really interesting, Rich. So Rich actually has a really interesting story about how he rejoined Bird & Bird. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, sure. I think it's fairly unusual that people leave law firms and then later rejoin. I left the London office for personal reasons. I met my Australian wife and we agreed to move to Sydney. And at that point in time, Bird & Bird didn't have an Australian office. So I was here as General Counsel for Rugby Australia when Bird & Bird did open their Sydney office. I started hearing people talk about Bird & Bird, and it was interesting that the people that I respected the most, who I considered the most well-informed, were speaking highly of Bird & Bird. They were talking about the Bird & Bird that I remembered, which was expert lawyers who were passionate about the sectors they worked in, smart, dedicated professionals who took their work seriously but brought a sense of fun to their work and didn't take themselves too seriously. So I rejoined Bird & Bird 3.5 years ago, and our plan is to build a sports practice here in the Asia Pacific region, which replicates what they've done in Europe.
That's a really interesting story, Rich. So can you tell me what it's like being a sports lawyer?
Yeah, sure. It's the question we get asked most often, which is, what do sports lawyers actually do? And the easiest way to respond to this is to say that we're experts in applying the law to the various unique aspects of the sports industry. We advise on the unique commercial arrangements that generate revenue for sport. We advise on the rules, regulations, and policies that sports need to regulate the sport. Again, these are often unique things like salary caps and player drafts. And we advise on sports disputes, which are often heard in specialist tribunals rather than the general courts. We're lucky here that we've got a market-leading sports team in Europe. So we're building momentum now in the Asia Pacific region through working for the global clients that originated in Europe who are investing in the Australian sports market through hosting events here or other ways. We have domestic sports clients here, and as a third source of work and possibly the most exciting growth opportunity, we've got sports clients based in Asia, a region with 4 billion eyeballs and an increasing interest in sport and what is at the moment a very underdeveloped sports market compared to Australia or the US or Europe.
So Rich, it sounds like you're doing some really interesting work, and it sounds like an awesome department to get into when you come into a law firm. I also wanted to ask why the summer clerkship program is so important to you.
Yeah, thanks. Well, I'll put simply, the clerks are the future of the firm, and this is particularly important in a Sydney office like ours, where we've only been going for 6 years and we're growing fast. So all the partners recognise the clerks as the future of the firm. They all get engaged and involved from the application to the interview process to then ensuring that clerks are properly mentored and supported through becoming paralegals and associates. Ironically, for a firm that has a lot of clients at the forefront of artificial intelligence and machine learning, we insist on going through all our applications manually. We make sure that we contact every applicant in every case. And we do really try to make sure that we get to know our summer clerks properly during the process, and we will take a genuine interest in a summer clerk's career, whether they're made an offer at Bird & Bird or not.
Well, thank you, Rich, for coming to have a chat with me about your experience here at Bird & Bird and your involvement in the summer clerkship program.
Not at all, thank you.